Welcome back. It's time to, we could go on and on talking about the African military games. For one, logistics. You're not hearing somebody stranded, somebody's, and just like Kennedy Idris said, if you know anything about the military, there are things that are well planned. It's drilled into their consciousness. So you're not going to be hearing about hiccups. It's not in their nature. And that's why you've not heard anything, even though we've seen 4 or 5 days, or more than that, of action in the nation's capital. You've not heard any of those stories because it is the military and they're good with things like that. But let's move on the show now and talk about the CAF Confederation Cup. I'm going to go across the screen to talk about this. If there's ever a team, a Nigerian team that you want to be in the competition we're about to talk about, of course, it is the Aba Elephants. And they're motivated. It's a tournament they've not won. So, of course, there's something in there for them. Can they do it? Yes, of course. Let me go across and talk about this thing. Kennedy Idris is itching to talk about the Aba Elephants. And I want to talk as well. Well, Austin talked about it. He said on Wednesday, that's tomorrow, we have big games on our hands. And, of course, we'll be rooting. We shouldn't be saying that here, but, of course, pardon us, we're Nigerians. We'll be rooting for the Aba Elephants. So on Wednesday tomorrow in Group D, CAF Confederation Cup, this is what's going to happen. Al Masry, the club from Egypt, will be up against Enyimba International, the Aba Elephants, as some of their fans love to call them. Then you also have in that same group, of course, Egyptian giants, Zamalek. They will be up against the Black Bulls of Maputo. They're a team from Mozambique. Those are the games in the CAF Confederation Cup. Well, Kennedy Idris, I don't like to call it a step down. Some will say it is what it is. Yeah. But I love to look at it from the angle that I want the Nigerian team to win this competition.
Of course. And if you call it a step down, when you have such step down, go ahead and make it count. I think that's what will change the narrative. And unapologetically, I'll be rooting for Enyimba. Let me tell you, Al Masry will be coming to Nigeria to play Enyimba in the second leg. Trust me, because I've seen it over and over again. 90% of the fans that will be coming with Al Masry are journalists. And they will be here to back their team. And they will scream on top of their voice from start to finish as much as they are doing their job. So as journalists in Nigeria, hey, trust me, I am unapologetic when I say I'll be supporting Enyimba all the way. And if there is any team, like you have said, that you want in this position from Nigeria, right about today is Enyimba. And with the antecedents, they've shown over the years in the league that they are a big team. I think these are places you further make that statement, and I want to see them. Not disrespect to Al Masry, but Al Masry is not one of those teams that have those cult, history in African football. When I mean, those cult history, like Zamalek that you mentioned, Esperance, Al-Ali.
I understand.
Yeah, so...
okay, let me allow you to finish.
I think Enyimba is big enough to be able to handle Al Masry over.
I see where you're going with this, and I'm going to go to Austin. And you see, my worry is this. Once it's a North African team, I don't care about their pedigree. I care about the structure that backs them. Yeah. I care about knowing that every other thing apart from the game on the field, they have it locked down. And that's a worry, because we don't care about all of those things. We just expect that whatever nightmare we take our players through, when they get to the field, they would deliver. It's not always the case. And so, Kennedy Idris, I don't know, I partially share that sentiment, but once I see a North African team in front of a Nigerian team, I really don't care about that pedigree. I don't know where Austin stands in this. As far as I'm concerned, it's a tough game. It's against a North African, and they will start fighting you even before you get to the field.
That's what it is. And in the case of Al Masry, they're already showing workings in the Egyptian league even before they play Enyimba. And that's the sort of form that they want, In their last game against Zamalek, they were fantastic. And they were away from home. I think they won by 2-0. But I'm looking at the table again, and if I have a chance to speak to Coach Yema and this Enyimba team, I'll say, see, now, everybody is on 0 points. It is how you start that will help you. If you go back to the preliminary round, I think both teams, Al Masry and Enyimba, they qualified. They made it to the group stage some way, somehow, through penalties. In fact, Al Ali Benghazi defeated Al Masry 3-2 in the first leg. Al Masry at home now won 3-2, and then went on to win 5-3 via penalties. And I think Eto Filante also troubled Enyimba at some point. So for both sides, they will understand that league form is not CAF Confederation Cup form. Enyimba, we know them. They are respected back home. They're a big team. I like the coach that they have now. Very intelligent guy. Can be compact from the middle and plays to the line. But hear me, my problem with our Nigerian teams when they play these North Africans, I don't know if it's a bit of panic or tension. They just get a bit shaky. They go rash on the tackles and they don't go offensive. You see, and that's the problem. When you start going rash on the tackles, you see, and with the crowd that will turn out, for our Masry, now referee will be under pressure. So our boys need to be calm. Enyimba, you are not a small team on the continent. This is the money spinning group stage. Even if you want to lose away from home, I'll take 1-0. But try not to lose. But don't bring those big deficits. And even when you lose, when you come back home, utilize the home advantage. You find out again that these North Africans just know how to also score when they come to Nigeria. Haven't you noticed? So with this one, I just want them to go out there with the mindset that they're starting afresh. Let there be a renewal of their minds. They should refresh themselves and say, look, we just want to prove a point on the continent, and this is an opportunity for us. I like the fact that they went there early enough. They requested for time. Their game in the NPFL was postponed against Sunshine Stars. They traveled in good time, 3 days, I think. They've been in Egypt. So these are good times, because 3 years ago, you and I were still having analysis where a Nigerian team wants to play on the continent. They are arriving the host country on the day. But now, these are positives. And I always say that 70% of the time, you start winning the way you prepare for a game. So I think they've done good. Now it's for them to get on the pitch and express yourself with good football.
All right. That's what we all expect that they would do. Your thoughts, finally, on this. I think we're all on the same page. In terms of the home games, because, look, Austin hit the nail on the head. I think this is what it will go down to. Yeah. You really can't trust Nigerian teams when they travel abroad. Yeah. Forget about the pedigree of this side, but somehow these teams know how to come here and just find a way to take away the advantage and get the result they need.
Yeah, and that's why I had to talk about Enyimba. There is a reason why Al Ali is well respected in the league. There is a reason why Esperance, RS Bakken are well respected, because they've shown that they are a big team on different occasions, and that's why Enyimba have showed us at home. Like we would always say, it's a known, talk in sport journalism in Nigeria. If Enyimba is second, the team that is first in the league, you cannot sleep, because they breathe down your neck from the very time they get to that point up until they usurp you. And that is what we've known of Enyimba. So I understand all of this, but I feel, Enyimba, you've got this. Now, another advantage that compared to some 2-3 seasons ago, the league is in full flow. There was a time, is either we're just starting the league or the league has not started. So Enyimba will come up playing academy teams in Aba, in Lagos, and then go and play a team on the continent. But this is in full flow, right. Already in competition mode, and they should make it count. All right, they should make it count. All right, still talking about Nigerian club size and football matches. Let's look at the Nigeria Premier Football League and talk about matches to be played tomorrow. Then we'll piggyback to what happened over the weekend by looking at the table. But first, the matches. And here you have it. Abia Warriors will take on Katsina United. Aqua United will take on Plateau United. Bayelsa United will take on Niger Tornadoes. Rangers International will take on Lobby Stars. Ikorodu City will take on El Kanemi Warriors. These are fixtures. Match day 14 fixtures. Gradually, we're going. We're nearing the halfway point. Some other matches still to be played. We're going to quickly flip it and see. There you have it. Kora United up against Nasi Millionaires. That's Heartland. Nasarawa United will take on Bendel Insurance. Remo Stars will take on Shooters. That's a proper Southwest derby. Then, of course, Sunshine Stars
will take on Rivers United. Austin, I don't know if you have a crystal ball. If you do, what is he telling you about these matches?
I think we're going to have a beautiful game of football, Kwara United and Heartland, because Kwara United lost their last game to Bendel Insurance 3-1. Heartland, they have been on a beautiful roller coaster ride. They're unbeaten in their last 5 matches. So Coach Emmanuel Amunike and the Nazi Millionaires, they will see chances of what they can do against a very decent Kwara United. I always, like talking about the Harmony Boys to find a way to re-strategize, put themselves together again, and see ways that they can stop Heartland in Ilorin. Plateau United, Aqua United is also an important fixture. That one has always got us talking back in the day. So with a midweek fixture, it should also get us talking. Aqua United, I don't even know if I could call them lukewarm. I think they've just been so poor. You win a game, you lose again, you win one, you lose 2, or you draw at home. So Plateau United, coming off that important 2-0 win, they got over the weekend, they will try to see if they can go to Uyo and get something. I would also like to see what Ikorodu City will do in their next match. What a story they've been telling us. And Ikorodu City unbeaten in their last 4. And now they've climbed, I think, on the top 10. So that's a good one to look forward to. Nasarawa United also. I'd like to see what will come out of that match. Yeah, that's about that with the NPFL and most of the guys that really got us talking. El Kanemi Warriors, yes. El Kanemi Warriors, what a story. Arguably, my team of the season so far. They've lost just 1 game. They are now 3rd on the log. So let's see what the Desert Warriors can produce in their game. But I know the midweek games always gives us away wins. So I'm looking forward to seeing away wins tomorrow.
All right. Before I let Kaide Idris talk about it, I want him to look at what the table looks like. Then maybe that will affect whatever he was thinking that he was going to say. So I'll just go across and show you. Match day 14 is upon us, but the table after 13 matches. And there you have it. Rivers United on top, followed by Remo Stars, El Kanami Warriors, of course the Aba Elephants. Of course, you know the reason why they are on 12 matches and they're on 20 points. Rivers United with 25. I think I should be offering Rivers United an apology because at some point I thought they cooled off, but somehow they are back where they wanted to be. Let's look at the bottom 4. Early days yet, but still you don't want your team to be here, of course. And it's a very dangerous position to be. From the 17th position, you have Lobby Stars, followed by the Promise Keepers. They've not been keeping any promise of late. And of course, Bendel Insurance. Of course, some call them the Edo Arsenal. And you have Nasarawa United also in that mix. So, Kaide Idris, your thoughts quickly. Now seeing this, Austin said, look, midweek matches always give us away victories. Yes, I agree. Yeah. But I wanted this to play on your mind before you say some of the things you're going to say about a few matches. Like, for instance, I'll start you off with Ikorodu. Do you think they've turned the corner?
Yeah, they've turned the corner. I quickly wanted to use Aqua United Promise Keepers are not keeping the promise. The team that follows, Bendel Insurance, no insurance right now.
They are not insured.
No, they are not insured. So I think Ikorodu City they've turned the corner. Now, there is something
about... Is it not too early to say that?
Yeah, but there is something about precedence. Okay. Now, if we're seeing them just stumbling on results, they are playing some good football to get results. They are pushing team to the limit. And I think that's a sign that there are better days ahead. Mind you, they are coming into a league where they know nothing about. This is the first time they are here. Even they don't have an experienced coach, whether it's Bright or Aweroro, who is the present coach right now. It's not like they are well-known names. They don't have a seasoned coach. They don't. So it's them learning off the curve and they are getting better, added with the fact that they've got depth of talent in their players and also the coaching crew. So fantastic. And I want to see them against the Academy Warriors, who, by the way, I think everybody who follows the league should give huge respect to El Kanemi Warriors, the way they started and where they find themselves. Now, I have some games outlined. Sunshine versus Rivers. It's super important.
Well, you have to be fast.
We don't have time. Super important because Rivers United should understand right now, they have a coach who had won the league, that away points whether it's 1 or 3, is as important as anything. Yes, your home games you can win, but away points are so important. Going to Akure, that will be super tough. Kwara United against Atlant. I want to see what Amunike continues to do. Just the same question I asked about Ikorodu City. Have Atlant also turned the corner? We want to see if that gets to continue. So, but against Aqua, that will be tough at Ilorin Township Stadium. Ikorodu City will mention Rangers against Lobby. These are teams that want to see their season gets to start. Maybe it's worse for Lobby, but also Rangers need to start, their season. Aqua against Plateau, we already talked about that, but Remo against Sunshine Stars. You're going to, Remo is having Oracle come to visit them with his team, talking about Shooting Stars. I think this is a lot of questions that will be asked of Remo. Remo wants to continue consolidating on being in and around title chasing, and these are games that can be a banana peel.
Yeah, it can. All right, let's leave the Premier League and talk about the Super Falcons. Of course, the squad list out ahead of that friendly. I'm going to run through the list that is currently behind me. Austin is furiously, refreshing his tab to get the results for the UEFA Champions League. When we're done with this, he will be letting us in on what is happening in the UEFA Champions League, and of course, we will also talk about the matches we play tomorrow. But let me take a stab at this one quickly, as fast as I can. The Super Falcons players for the France friendly. Chiamaka Nadozie, he's our goalkeeper. Andeline Mbechi from Rivers Angel. Rachel Unauchuku, of course, she's from Nasrua Amazons. Let's go at the defenders quickly. Osinachi Ohale, Michel Alozie, Ashley Plumtai, Rofia Timuro, Sikiratu Isa, and Oluwatose Deme. She plays for Galatasaray in Turkey. Let's talk about the midfielders in the team. Jennifer Chegini, Tony Payne, Josephine Matthias, Christy Uchebe, Shukurat Oladipo, and Adoyina, of course, from Nazareth Amazons. The forwards, Blessing Nko from place in Egypt for Pyramids, Gift Monday. I mean, what can I say about Gift Monday? We all know who she is. Ifioma Onumonu, Omorison Lababa Jide, of course, returned to the team a while back, and of course, Messi Omokwo from Bielsa Queens. And well, we'll see what happens. This is the list. This is what we have. Hopefully, we will be able to make 1 or 2 comments when the game gets played. So let me just quickly go to Austin quickly as we can, because we're pressed for time. I know you're furiously refreshing your tab, but what can you tell us? What is happening in the UEFA Champions League?
Let me begin with your darling Arsenal. Good news coming from Portugal. Sporting Lisbon 0, Arsenal 2. Gabriel Martinelli in the 7th minute gave the Gunners the lead, and then Kai Havertz in the 22nd minute doubled the lead for the visitors. I said at the start of the show, the game between AC Milan and Slava Bratislava has ended. AC Milan with a good 3-2 win. Atletico Madrid humiliated Sporting Prague at home. That one ended 6-0. The game between Barcelona and Brest is in the 38th minute. Robert Lewandowski scored for the Catalans from the penalty spot in the 10th minute. So Barcelona, with the advantage in that one, they are under pressure to win, and I think they want to win tonight. It's Bayer Leverkusen 3, RB Salzburg 0. That game is in its 39th minute. The big one between Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain is still goalless. 37 minutes already gone. Inter Milan 1, RB Leipzig 0. Manchester City, they are pushing, they are applying pressure, but the goal isn't coming. It's still goalless in that game against Feyenoord, and it is being played at the Etihad Stadium. I told you, Sporting CP 0, Arsenal 2, and the game between Young Boys and Atalanta. 39 minutes already played, and it's Young Boys 1, Atalanta 3. I don't see Ademola Lookman on the score sheet, but I'm sure, all day, every day, it delivers, you know what I mean?
All day, every day, it delivers. Can you do this quickly? Any of those results, unexpected?
I doubt if there is anyone unexpected. By the way, Ademola Lookman is not, on the pitch yet, so he would deliver when he comes up. I think none that is unexpected. The games that should be tight, like the Bayern PSG game. It should be that way. Atletico making statements. 701.
But we're seeing too many David and Goliath games
But we've also seen very big matchups.
And that's why we're saying that's why we shouldn't be carried away with Atletico pummeling a team 6-0.
But sometimes, like they say, if a dog bites a man, it's not story.
Yes.
It's when a man bites a dog. So when you're supposed to
you're making my point. Atletico hitting them for 6, well, good, but not really surprising. If they had beaten,
6 is always a figure to talk about.
Yeah, but if they had beaten Atletico, we'll be here. I mean, we'll be very worried for Diego Simeone and his team. All right, if anything happens in those matches, Arman or Konakman will let us know. Of course, we'll interrupt whatever we're doing and talk about that. But let's talk about the games to be played tomorrow. Let's show you the fixtures. Very important that you see, and we talk about it. A very, very big game. Resa Belgrade will be up against Stuttgart. You have Stormgrass will be up against Girona. AS Monaco will be up against Benfica. Aston Villa will be up against Italian giants Juventus. Bologna will be up against Lille. These are fixtures for Wednesday. Celtic will be up against Club Brugge. Of course, they're of the same size. Dinamo Zagreb will be up against Dortmund. And this is the game everyone wants to see. Liverpool and Real Madrid. Of course, Vinicius Jr. is not going to be there, but of course, Real Madrid are very strong. Some will call it grudge. Liverpool are still smarting from the losses Real Madrid have handed them in recent times. Then PSV Eindhoven will be up against Shakhtar Donetsk, the Ukrainian side. Kehinde Idris, I mean, we could be forgiven if we want to spend the last 1 minute we have talking about Liverpool and Real Madrid. Some will argue that the form team going into this game is Liverpool, but the team with the pedigree, Champions League pedigree, all day, every day, is Real Madrid.
Yeah. Like a colleague and a friend of mine would say, the Champions League loves Real Madrid. There is a way it just favors them. But for Liverpool, they are riding on something. And one thing you don't want is to break this momentum. And just one loss can do that. And I think Liverpool don't want that to happen. I'm really rooting for them. And Slot is doing something massive in that club. And I want to see how far they can go with this,
Let me digress a little. Do you think he has been tested so far?
I doubt if he has been really tested, but we've seen some top games that he had playing Arsenal, and the likes. I think he had those, and he came out, fighting and got deserved results, at least to sustain them. And I think this game is one of those games that will test you. I can remember, about 3 games lost for them to play, AC Milan, and they went into that game winning properly after losing to Nottingham Forest. So I think he has answered some questions that I've thrown at him. So wait and see.
Let's listen to the man that is close to where the game will be played. And of course, we have less than a minute. So let's talk about Liverpool and Real Madrid. It's going to be at Anfield. So the man at the center of everything, Hannah Slot, do you think he has passed the test? Do you think he has been tested? If you think so, has he passed? What do you think will happen in that game? Liverpool, Real Madrid, 2 big sides, one in form, but one with a pedigree.
I think Arne Slot and Liverpool, they've been very decent here. And each time he speaks to the media, he keeps reminding us that we need to, calm down and let him walk, understand his team. This is the UEFA Champions League. On current form, you'd want to fancy Liverpool and the way they're playing to Real Madrid. But we know Real Madrid, when they hear the UEFA Champions League, they get into beast mode and then they start doing their thing. So we'll see. Liverpool, I was saying to somebody that they need to find a way to sort out all of the issues coming out of the club now, particularly a new contract for Mo Salah, because the interview granted yesterday talking about not hearing anything from Liverpool and he doesn't know what his future is like with the club, all of those things. You don't need them now. They are distractions. If you want to keep the man, say it now. If you don't want to keep him, come out and say it, because the crucial December is coming that somehow tells us the direction of the league title. But with the UEFA Champions League and this new format that we have now, you just need to win as much games as you can. And I think that's the mindset Real Madrid will take to Anfield to, play Liverpool. So let's see. On current form, I've said it's Liverpool, but do not tell me to make a prediction, because I can't do that with the UEFA Champions League when it's a big team such as Liverpool and a giant of the UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid. That's it. While I was giving the update, Young Boys and Atalanta, Matteo Rattighi scored the 4th goal for Atalanta. So they are schooling young boys saying you are young in this competition. So his young boys won Atalanta 4. That's the show. In London, I'm Austin Okonakpan. In everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.
Well, it's a wrap here in Lagos as well. Before we go, I want to thank Kenny Idris for his time. As usual, the conversation never ends. Yeah. We'll take it out of the studio. Thank you for your time. Hopefully, we'll do this again some other time.
Hopefully, looking forward to the Super Falcons game.
All right. That's the show today. We do hope you've enjoyed everything we've been able to bring to you. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'm Enyimba. Bye-bye now.